Hey guys, what's up? What's good? How you guys doing? Welcome again to another segment of Gospel Life News. My name is Daki. You can spell it as D-A-R-K-I. Then you know it's double E. I'm so happy to be in your faces again. I want to say a big thank you to our fans out there for doing what you do. We love you guys so much. You guys are the real MVP. If you know what that means, you know. Anyways, the news is buzzing because WIZKID fulfilled his pledge. So I'm going to Surulere, and then it was a Makoko to distribute or to commence the distribution of 100 million naira for Christmas to children for Christmas. And then we saw a lot of people making content out of that, making videos to portray that they could also pass as a kid and all of that. WIZKID alone can make the street go gaga with just an information. All of this and more, I will bring them to you in a bit. Let's begin today's news with no other person than the one they call Machala, WIZKID, Big Wiz, and just recently called the King of Meters, and by GOE he called him the Amuludu Inumidu. And if you know what that means in Yoruba, it means the ones who make everybody, or the one who makes everybody happy. Amuludu. Moving on, we saw WIZKID coming out yesterday to say 100 million for the kids, for the kids for Christmas. Lord bless all. Lord bless us all. Start in Surulere tonight. And then he said, all in Morayo's name, the love of my life. Morayo apparently is or was his mom at the time, and the WIZKID is saying he's doing all of this in his mom name, Morayo, at the time. We saw WIZKID actually going back to the hood yesterday at Makoko, where he went there shirtless, dressed up so casually with his guys and bodyguards surrounding him, and obviously he was heavily received like a king when he got to Makoko yesterday. We saw WIZKID turning up and spraying money in the air, making it rain heavily at Makoko, which is a Makoko yesterday. His convoy was moving in numbers and they were spraying the money up in the air, and then we saw people so happy getting the money and all of that. The joy was beyond the money. It was the fact that a star as big as WIZKID can be in their zone at the time. So money was a plus, but then they were so happy to see WIZKID in their zone, in their space at the time. Moving on, so WIZKID coming out of his car, standing out of his car to actually calm the crowd down, and it was heavily received. Trust me, the crowd were numbered, and WIZKID had to come out and say, you know what, you guys should calm down. I'm honored, thank you for coming, but then let's calm down because this money will go around. And trust me, WIZKID has devised the means to make sure that this money actually gets to everyone he wants it to get to. Moving on, we saw WIZKID linking up with Seyi Vibes just yesterday, and you could see Seyi Vibes paying massive homage, almost prostrating when he saw WIZKID, and then they hugged each other. WIZKID, they had a brief conversation, but trust me, it was nice to see Seyi Vibes in this zone. Recall that earlier, WIZKID actually showed love to Seyi Vibes when he posted his album, the EP, on his Instagram story. And then when WIZKID do that to an album and EP, there are tendencies for that project to go far at the time. And for WIZKID, he has just shown massive love to Seyi Vibes, and obviously after doing that, he even linked up with him and they exchanged pleasantries at the time. Moving on, we saw WIZKID live at Obi's house. We saw WIZKID live at Obi's house yesterday, Monday, where WIZKID was there alongside Wande Cole, Pokoli, and amidst other guys of WIZKID who were with him at the time. And it was an amazing one. He came out dressed in white singlets at the time, short knickers, and obviously his legendary chain. And WIZKID is just that guy who loved being casual. And he was there with his entourage, and we saw where Pokoli was hyping him, and WIZKID was dancing effortlessly. And you could just see the finesse, you could see the steez coming out of WIZKID while he was dancing. And it just shows that in this life, all you want to do is have money, trust me. Moving on, we saw WIZKID also not ending there. We saw where he also went to make a stop by at MC Oluomo's apartment, and then MC Oluomo had this to say regarding that visit. He came out to say, today, the illustrious music icon Ayo Balogun, more commonly known as WIZKID, paid me an unexpected visit, brightened my day with his captivating charm and humble nature. As a pillar of the Nigerian music industry, his presence radiated an unmatchable blend of raw talent and humility. Our dynamic conversation was a testament to his magnetic personality, leaving a lasting impression. His stories about musical influences and personal development struck a chord, providing a unique perspective into his extraordinary success. The visit, which underscored his authentic connection with his fans, left me marveling at his music prowess and consistent warmth, further solidifying my respect and admiration for this musical titan. Kasha Mashe Dada. Now, this is Oluomo coming out with a bunch of grammatical expressions just to express the coming of WIZKID at the time, and trust me, it was beautiful to see WIZKID linking out at the time with MC Oluomo. Moving on, we have DAVIDO as the next guy on the news. So DAVIDO coming out and say the team have announced that the Billboard announced that DAVIDO is set to perform at the Madison Square Garden on the 17th day of April 2024 as part of his extended timeless tour. Other dates are the Montreal Place Bell and Orlando Additional Financial Arena. Trust me, DAVIDO is set to storm the MSG finally in the US, and it's going to be an amazing one. Trust me to see that WIZKID DAVIDO is actually taking the gospel of timeless to the Madison Square Garden. We saw where he announced 3 dates: 17th of April, the Madison Square Garden, 19th of April, the Place Bell, and then the 24th of April, the Additional Financial Arena at Orlando at the time. Moving on, we saw DAVIDO yesterday visiting the club, and this time he went there with a basket full of money. And now this trend has been mad because we saw WIZKID beginning the trend, going with BURNA began the trend actually. Shutting down a club, going there with bunch of money and all of that. WIZKID also have been doing the same. DAVIDO just came back to the country, and then he's not left out. He went there with the basket filled up with 500 naira notes and all of that in bills at the time, and it just shows that there is massive money in music business. Moving on, we saw BURNA at the time vibing happily to DAVIDO Unavailable. Just maybe there could just be peace around the corner, because we saw BURNA vibing like he dances on his own, and then you could see the old dance step of Unavailable at the time, and that was a viral dance when DAVIDO dropped a single, and BURNA was also seen catching the virus and dancing the song effortlessly. Moving on, we saw DAVIDO team come out to announce the West African tour, which is going to be taking place in Cotonou, Benin, Ghana, Lagos, Port Harcourt, Delta, Abuja at the time. For Cotonou, it's going to be at December 30th, Eco Hotel December 24th, the Eagle Square Garden, the Eagle Square in Abuja December 14th, Asaba December 13th, Yakubu Gowon Stadium in Port Harcourt 17th of December, Warri is going to be at 25th of December, Landmark Beach Lagos 27th of December, and then Accra, Ghana 29th of December. Obviously, tickets already began sales for the Asaba ticket, and obviously for the Abuja one and all of that, tickets are already ongoing. If you want to be there, you could just get a ticket at the time. Moving on, we have BURNA as the next guy and last guy on the news. We saw BURNA Love Damini album have just surpassed 610 million stream of Boomplay. It remains the most streamed project of all time on the platform. Moving on, we saw Love Damini album have surpassed 990 million stream on Spotify, 10 million more stream, and will have ourselves 1 billion on Spotify. Moving on, we saw Borussia Dortmund, Thomas Meunier and his partner at the time linking out with BURNA just after the show in Cologne, where BURNA went there and shut down that space. At the same time, we saw Sebastian Haller, a Borussia Dortmund striker at the time, who was signed with Ajax. Signed from Ajax at the time, he was diagnosed with cancer, but then is back to full-time playing football, and then we saw him linking out or hanging out with BURNA just after the show in Cologne. These guys love BURNA, and that's why BURNA is a global artist at the time. Moving on, we saw BURNA is set to headline the Stell Air Festival, set to take place on the 20th of January 2024 in Abidjan. We're talking about Ivory Coast, alongside Gazo, El Grande, and amidst other guys. But we're sure that BURNA is set to headline that one, and it's beautiful to see him doing what he loves doing best. Anyways, guys, we've come to the end of this one. My name is Daki. We'll catch you guys on the very next one.